Welcome to day 23 of Vlogmas. We are off out early. Both of us are incredibly happy about the fact to do the last minute groceries, the fresh food that had to wait until today. Let's see how busy it is out here. Wish me luck. Where did the quiet tiptoe into Christmas go? Today it just seems to have disappeared. Today has been a crazy day, but a very productive day. As you saw, we went this morning to pick up the last of the groceries. It was funny because I would have gone slightly earlier. Peter thought we were early enough that there wouldn't be anybody there. I kept telling him, it's Christmas. And sure enough, it was busy. Not the worst I've seen it, but it certainly was busier than normal for that time on a Monday morning. But we got what we needed in between two stores. Actually, we had to go to another one to get the last couple of bits. But with that done, all the food that needs to be is in. All the things that need to be are in. From that point of view, it's brilliant. We're all sorted. And once we came back, the house got a good clean, which is really nice. That things are kind of sitting clean and tidy at this stage. So yeah, all in all, it's been a really, really busy day and I am absolutely pluttered. I am so tired. I am so tired. But the cookie jar is nearly empty and there were doleful glances in my direction about the fact that the cookie jar was nearly empty. The one disadvantage of baking early is that it gets eaten. So now I need to restock the cookie jar and I'm just going to make the same cookies that I made before, which are the Martha Stewart soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies. And it will be chocolate chips this time. The last time I had rainbow chocolate chip type chocolate chips. This time it's just chocolate. So that's what I'm going to do now for the next little while, and then I might actually get to sit down and knit because I haven't put a stitch in anything today and I'm just dying to sit down and cozy up and get on with the knitting. But for now, it's cookie time. So it's time to put in the heel and pick up these stitches, which have been kept live, I suppose, by this waste yarn that I put in. When I had got to my colour, where I wanted to put in the heel, when I got to the start of this row, I just dropped the yarn I was using, knit across with a high contrast yarn to the end of the row, and then slipped all those stitches back onto my left needle again, as if I was just about to start the row again, the same row. And then I picked up the original yarn that I was using and just continued to knit around and around, and that's how I put in the waste yarn. I will link the tutorial that I used to do this, and it's a tutorial that was created by the Knit Girls a number of years ago, but I'll put the link in. But to pick up the stitches, I find that first stitch that I knit, and it's always the awkward one. Oops, as I said, I've never really done this before, and I don't have the setup. We're improvising here. So I picked up the right hand side of the stitch, the right leg of the stitch, and that's what I do across the row. I just pick up all those stitches, and I have 32 stitches on my needle. So I continue to do that. So I have 29, whoops, 30, 31, and 32. So I have that set of stitches lifted, all the right hand leg of each stitch, 32 of them, and I pull my needle through and put those on the cable, and then I turn them round, and I now go back on this side here and pick up 32 stitches across the bottom on the right, with the right hand leg. Oops, as I said, I don't have the right setup here, and oops, get some focus. I keep going out of shot, and I apologise. So I'll continue this across the row. So I now have the 32 stitches on each side, and it's time to unzip. Which just means pulling out this waste yarn. These stitches are all now as safe as houses. They are safely on the cable, and I just use darning needles and just work my way across the row, pulling out the yarn. So now we have the space where the heel is going to work, and all I do is pull my needles back up. Oops, apologies for the clinking. And start with my contrast colour and just start to knit round and round. Sometimes you have to maybe pick up a stitch on each side so that there's no gap, no hole, but that's easy enough done, and then you can incorporate it into your heel. So I have the first row of my heel, the first round in. And what I do for a heel is similar to what I would do for a toe. So basically an afterthought heel, and the way I do it is another toe. Just slightly different in that the rate of decrease isn't as fast. So because I have a high instep, I will do about 4 rows, just of 4 rounds of plain knitting, just to give that little bit of extra depth to the heel. And then I decrease alternate rows, 2 in each needle, so 4 in each round, until I have 12 stitches left on each needle, and then I Kitchener the 2 sides together. So it's 4 rows of plain knitting for me. That's just depends on the shape of your foot. So 4 rows, and then it's decrease just as you would with a toe at either end of each needle, alternate rows, until you've 12 left, and then Kitchener. So that is what I am going to get done with this sock tonight, hopefully, and finish off the second one tomorrow, and I'll have a pair of socks to wear on Christmas Day. As I'm sitting here, I can see the chaos that's behind me, and I was just sitting thinking about what I need to do in here, and that's my plan for Betwixtmas, the days between that kind of time warp between Christmas and New Year. I plan to be in here quite a lot and tidy up, kind of starting on the 27th. Tidying up in here, decluttering. There are things that need to go, and just things that need tidied, because there are spaces I can't actually physically get into at the minute because there's so much stuff, and it might be of more use to other people. So that's my plan after Christmas, and also my journals are sitting on either side of me, and I'm dying to jump into those, but that's also a job for Betwixtmas. But for now, I am going to settle in for the evening and slow down and slow down for the rest of today, and then we are back for tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? The only jobs I need to do tomorrow are food related. I need to make the desserts. It's the same dessert I make every year, so if you've been here for a few years, you'll have seen them before, but I'll do them again. They're the 2 desserts that are requested here. One's a chocolatey trifle. I use the word trifle, but it's just all chocolate and sugar and nice things like that. And then a big fruit salad. But that will be done first thing in the morning, because then the rest of the day, it's the start of movie marathons and just the traditional stuff that we always do. With our Christmas Eve box where we get our new jammies. I haven't those sorted yet. I have them got, but I haven't them packed yet, I should say. And tomorrow night's dinner is always an easy one. We always have pizza because it's a nice one that we can just chill out over. And we watch a Muppets Christmas Carol, and my babies put out their stockings for Santa, and put out a beer maybe for Santa. But that's all tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's starting to feel, it's always felt Christmassy here, but it's starting to feel really Christmassy now. So enjoy tonight, and I shall see you on Christmas Eve.